107.5 WBLS, your number one source for R&B.
I want y'all to put your hands together because the dog is in the house, the one and only Snoop D-O-double-G. Snoop Dogg in the house.
Woo-woo! I mean, let me say this first and foremost. It's a lot of radio stations in the Big Apple, right?
Yeah.
But my favorite for many years has always been WBLS, and I totally requested this today. Like, I've been on the run pushing and promoting my record, and my label has been, taking me around doing, the normal, the regular rap radio stations or whatnot. But I felt like this record was so grown and sexy and so WBLS that I had to come up in here personally. I didn't want to just send y'all no drops or nothing. I wanted to come sit down and chop some game and really do what I do.
That's nice.
And I love it, man.
Big Snoop Dogg. You had Stevie Wonder on the harmonica?
Yeah, and he was on background vocals as well. When he was in the booth, I was like, we can't just let him just play the harmonica. Stevie,
right.
Pharrell said, could you sing?
You say for real, huh? The brand new album is Bush, man. We just heard California Roll, man. And you know how we rolled out
yeah, I got
in
you.
LA.
I got
we
you.
got to hang. I'm out here, so.
Say no more. I got you, nephew.
I know. Hey, man, I'm so proud of you. I just had Dion in the house, man. Your son is doing well. I saw the episode of you mentoring his son and him mentoring your son, man.
Sorry.
I'm doing this thing called Who's Your Daddy, and it's for everybody in the tri-state area to send an email saying what their father meant to them, even if they passed or they're here right now. Tell everybody, man, what it means for you to be a father, man, because you are there. You hear me, man?
For me to be a father is to be a mentor, a friend, a protector, a leader, someone with advice, love, care, and with discipline as well. But at the same time, being, understanding to know that I was once a kid and knowing how detrimental, a father is in a kid's life and trying to be that for my kids and kids that even aren't my kids. I just love being a father to kids in general.
And just watching you on the ESPN docuseries with your son, it was just amazing to see that side of you. Me and my husband were like, yo, look at Snoop getting it in like a dad for real.
I remember the episode.
I was feeling kind of sad for
when your son got hurt. And you said, look at it, he only want to talk to me. He only want to talk to me. And you kept walking up and saying, yeah, what's up? And my son just like that. Don't talk nothing.
That's how we have to be as parents. We can't. It's not even being soft or hard. It's being real with our kids.
Yeah.
And it's like I seen something in my son that he didn't see. And once he finally was able to see it, then he could respect the fact that his father cared enough to be on him and coach him and try to give him, the extra special treatment and the extra special attention as far as being disciplined and being hard on him to make sure that he know and understand that life is hard. And if you want anything in life, you got to work hard for it.
Right. Well, you've been working hard for what? Over 20 years up in this game, hit after hit after hit. And you teamed up again with Pharrell. Y'all came up. He produced the entire album?
Yeah, he did the whole thing because I wanted a project where I could just sit in the passenger seat as opposed to just being a driver and saying everything and doing everything. I wanted to be told what to do. And I feel like Pharrell is one of the greatest producers of Snoop Dogg, and he could take the best of me and make me sound and look the way I'm supposed to look and feel.
Nice.
Did he, true, I heard, man, he the one told you, say, man, you got to start talking to them women then when you put it in the rap.
Yeah, he showed me how to tap into my, my grown and sexy. I never knew how, you know what I'm saying? I was so masculine and so hardcore and so West Coast, and it was like, it never really dawned on me to do that, and he showed me a different way of doing it as far as like, letting me know that it's cool to be fly, it's cool to be you, and, the women love me, so speak to the women with class and with care like you do when you're not on the record. Because it was never like that off the record. It was just on the record. He just showed me how to present it on record.
What do you have to say to some of these new rappers that are coming out? What kind of advice would you give them as an OG in the game now? It's crazy.
The advice that I would give all of the rappers in the game is to be original. That's one thing about, when I came out, originality was a must. You had to sound like you had to be you had to have your own everything. And I just feel like it's a lot of, mimicking going on because it's a fad and everybody feels like what's hot, we're going to do what's hot. We're going to rap the same way. We're going to rap over the same beats as opposed to being different and dynamic the way it was supposed to be. And that's what we're doing right now with this Bush project. We putting something different out there. It's not the bounce. It's a groove line.
Yeah.
We got a groove line with this record right here. It's a groove that only, if you're grown, you find it real quick. But if you're young, it take you a second to catch up to it.
I know. I mean, because they got a Snoop Dogg. We want to see something else. That's why back in the day, the CD changer had 10 slots, so everybody could put a slot in. It wasn't a single. You know what I mean? You love originality. That's why I tell comedians they already got a Snoop. Hey man, you was on the Late Show, man, and I heard you just took it to the.
I mean, you know Jimmy Fallon. That's my friend. We've been friends for a long time. So, and comedy is something that I love to do. It's one of my my side gigs, but I don't like to step on the toes of the comedians, but they know they can't get with me.
Is that a challenge?
Hey, man.
Ding,
Right there. I ain't talking about Quake. I'm talking about those other suckers.
Hey, man, David Talbot just left, and I see you talking to him, so, I already know what you're going to be doing in the future. You're going to be on that movie in September, and I'm going to be on there, too, so we're going to hang out, and we're going to be listening to the Bush and hanging with the Bush and everything.
Yes, sir.
What else you got going on, my brother?
I have a television show that I'm working on with HBO.
Nice.
That just got greenlit. So Alan Hughes from the Hughes brothers would be directing and putting it together for me.
Is it like a sitcom or is it a reality type show?
It's like a real television show, like Boardwalk Empire.
Whoa.
Game of Thrones, something on that stature.
Okay.
Real big.
And I can't let you get out of here with L.A. We sitting down here. Your son is going to UCLA, and I'm so proud of that. But everybody know from the hood, you Long Beach, but you love USC. So how are you gonna do that? Because that's a rival there.
It is, and they don't play each other but once a year. So up until they play each other, I can root for my son and root for USC. Then when they play against USC, I got to go UCLA, and then when the 4 years is up, when he leaves, and I might have to go back all the way USC.
Okay.
It's a love thing. It's a California thing. I'm just happy that my son is able to go to college off of him, not me. I'm not paying for him to go. This is a scholarship that he earned, and nobody in my family has ever went to college with my last name. So I'm so honored and so happy to be his father and be a fan of his, to see him do what he gonna do.
Was it challenging for the kids to be in the spotlight? Like, we're not even really in the spotlight, but just everybody knowing that Snoop Dogg is their father. Was it challenging for them? And even still, because you said your daughter's about to be, 16?
Yeah, but my kids were raised with cameras around them, so that was the beauty of it all. I had them on television on a show that we created called Fatherhood on the E! Channel, which allowed them to see what the camera life was about. And they didn't really like it at that time because they were young. And as they got older, they learned how to deal with it. And like right now, it's not like a major part of their lives, but they understand that when the cameras do show up, how to act.
Right.
Okay, my brother, where can they find you? Social media, where can we find you? Keep up with the Snoop Dogg?
I'm at SnoopDogg.com. I'm at Snoop Dogg on Instagram. And that's where I'm mainly at on Instagram if you really want to get a nice laugh.
No, I follow you.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, you killed me, man. Snoop killed. He posts so much. You were sitting down. Snoop be on it, man.
Oh, really?
Oh,
okay, I'm going to go check this.
He ain't hit me back with the DM because when I found out you was coming here, I said, do not forget to bring the Snoopy snacks.
Oh, the Snoopy-Dooby-Dooby-Doo.
Y'all some fools up here.
I got my card because I'm sick. Hey, Shaggy. Shaggy. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Man, I love you, man. I love you since
Quake.
dog food, man.
Hey, man, this is what it
LBC, bruh. I love you. Stay healthy.
Yeah,
you
this is
are
my partner
man.
right there. We go back like throwbacks,
Yes,
real talk.
Okay.
And it's a pleasure to meet your daughter. She's your manager. I want to speak on that for a hot second.
Go ahead, man.
That's beautiful to have your baby girl involved in your life and you being a great father by helping her in this business. And a lot of times we don't get credit for being great fathers as black men.
Right.
We only want to talk about the negative ones and the ones who ain't being there for their kids. But what about the ones who are? So I want to salute you and commend you for being a great father. I'm inspired by you. More power to you and your daughter.
Thank you, brother. And I'm doing that, Who's Your Daddy, to acknowledge other brothers that don't have this platform like we do, to say they out here with their struggle like we are, to be father to our kids. You know what I mean? And
who's your daddy, man? So no one understands Snoop Dogg is one of the main members of it now, one of the advocates, one of the voices behind Who's Your Daddy. So whatever y'all need me to do, I'm going to keep doing what I do to represent the real fathers around the globe and show them how it's supposed to be done. You dig?
WBLS Quake House. Say no more, senor.